Again, I just added my findings. Of course, there has to be a selection process. In our case, they have to first pass the test, the interview at the university, then they come study, and during the first year they go through interview processes, most of the time at several companies, to apply in, depending on the company. A big company goes up to assessment centers, small companies just invite 2 or 3 students and select one. What has been very successful, in our admission interview, there are 2 faculty members plus 1 representative from the company. So we have a 3-person commission where we always include a human resource person from the companies as a service to all the other companies. So we try not to, if a student applies from this company, for example, we try not to have the human resource person from the company being present. Then something that is tricky, this type of study attracts students who want to work. That means also students who are very practical and students who have worked before, who have gone through an apprenticeship, and sometimes they want to have their prior learning assessed, sometimes also older students. So we are always challenged to deal with the students who bring in experience. Usually we say we cannot give you any credit for that. Everybody starts the same. In 99% of cases we do that. In some cases that has to, we need a not clearly defined evaluation procedure. Then it's very important for the quality assurance in our case, they have to meet all the requirements of a regular university student. There should not be anything less, because they meeting the students from other universities in the workplace. And if there is just a hint that the dual study might be easier on the academic side, they are not accepted. But they also have to meet the requirements of a regular employee. When they apply at the company, it's just like applying for a job. Another important point is it's always faculty. It is the university that is responsible for giving academic credits. Never give the right and the duty to companies to do any grading on the academic level. So if we want to include company experience, we do it at the bachelor or master thesis. How satisfied were you with the outcomes? Then it is a dialogue between the responsible faculty member and the supervisors, and the faculty member makes up his decision for the grade because of the opinion. So there's never a responsibility there. But on the other side, also they, that means also we don't require company supervisors to assess the technical skills. Of course, they do it for themselves because it's a career development, or to bring in teaching and technical skills. They concentrate automatically more on personal and soft skills development. So they take a lot of responsibility without grading in including students in processes where they develop their soft skills for us. We cut down a little bit on that in the program, concentrate on technical skills. One thing that has become very important, I already said it yesterday, is the issue of achievement. You have to motivate companies to participate. Within the company, sometimes you have to inform and motivate CEOs or board members, and you have to make sure that if the student leaves the company without the company wanting him to leave, that the company can say it has been a success. So we look for very good documentation of any achievements of the student that have had a benefit for the company. It's also good when we have talks, when we are informing new companies, when I can tell this student has done this project, saved 50,000 euro, this student has done this project, introduced a new product, and so on. It's always very helpful. And again, on most of my slides is the importance of the thesis. So in the end, the result of the thesis, in case of academic achievements, for example, they have to present it in English at the university, and coming up with something of benefit for the company is the single most important criteria. It's the outcome at the end of the studies, which makes all the other goals not so important anymore. And you have students who start like a rocket and then don't improve much, and you have students who kind of have difficulties with the academic credits, and then when they come to the practical thesis, they are just genius. Well, students evaluate mentors, preferably by direct and personal feedback, and that's an important item of competence development for the students. They are writing diaries, and they're writing work term reports, and they include personal experience in these diaries and work term reports. Mentoring is not easy to evaluate. So the students have direct contact with what we call supervisors in everyday work, and there they can relate more easily to what they have, how are they dealing with them, how they're speaking to them in every day. The mentoring process, students sometimes don't feel it, because if everything works out, the mentor doesn't appear so often. The mentor is somebody who comes at crisis, who is here at the start, and he's kind of like a guardian angel in our companies watching over students. It's very difficult to evaluate. We already talked about that. They are elements, so the company is evaluating the quality of the mentor. And what we really learned is sometimes supervisors or mentors are complaining about the student. That's always a problem of the mentor. You cannot blame it on the student. You are management personnel, so if you are not managing to be a good team with the student, something's wrong, usually. University should not really interfere. And I leave you with the quality. So I have 3 pictures of quality, and it shows you the opportunity of creating a quality that is not met by anything else, but also the threats. And you can look at the pictures like you. I just want to take the one with the relay on the lower right-hand corner. When I was a boy, I loved to watch Olympics. And it was a pain for me to see the American relay team losing, with the 4 fastest guys in the world dropping the stick and then not reaching the goal. And that's what dual study is about. The quality is in the handing over. The quality is where you are meeting between university and company. And you have to concentrate in quality measures from both sides, also as a company, in these issues, because that means if you manage the handover well, you're faster than everybody else. If you don't manage it well, you drop the stick. And that's the same with building strength. If these wooden pieces are too loose or too hard, you either don't work together or you fall apart. And the same with the balance. And that should just give you, we've talked quite a bit about quality. It's not so much the issue in our core business or the core business of the companies. We are both pretty good at that. But what we are not good yet is on the things that we do together and where we meet. And that's where we have to concentrate. We have to concentrate. We have to concentrate. We have to concentrate. We have to concentrate.